regular village board meeting to order for April 2nd at 6 o'clock. Please rise and welcome Troop 90 to post the colors.
Color guard attention. Color guard forward march. Scatter and salute. Color guard, please cross the colors. Color guard, post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard reform. Color guard, about face. Forward march. Halt. About face. At ease.
Thank you. Thank you.
Trustee Howe.
Here.
Trustee Shaw.
Here.
Trustee Kuhn.
Here.
Trustee Strauss.
Here.
Trustee Stein.
Here.
And Trustee Gary.
Here. Any public comments?
No, there was no public
All right,
comment.
time to consent agenda. Madam Clerk, please read the consent agenda.
Very happy. For item A, approval of the minutes from the March 18th, 2025 regular village board meeting. Item B, approval of the bills for payment from March 8th, 2025 to March 21st, 2025 in the amount of $1,306,117.48. Item C, consideration and approval of an ordinance declaring certain village-owned equipment surplus property and authorizing the sale of the surplus property. Item D, consideration and approval of a resolution approving an easement agreement for the installation and maintenance of drainage and utilities at 607 West Slocum Lake Road. Item E, consideration and approval of a resolution approving an easement agreement with the owners of 611 West Slocum Lake Road for the Baines Lake Outfall Improvement Project. Item F, consideration and approval of a resolution approving an easement agreement with the owners of 603 West Slocum Lake Road for the Baines Lake Outfall Improvement Project. And item G, consideration and approval of a resolution ratifying the village administrator's execution of an agreement with Constellation Energy for a 2-year term.
Thank you. Any items to be removed or moved? Hearing none, may I get a motion and a second to approve consideration of the consent agenda by unanimous vote?
I'll make the motion.
Second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Howe.
Yes.
Trustee Shaw.
Yes.
Trustee Kuhn.
Yes.
Trustee Strauss.
Yes.
Trustee Stein.
Yes.
And Trustee Gary.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion does carry. Any questions regarding any of the items on consent agenda? Hearing none, may I get a motion and a second to approve items A through G on the consent agenda by unanimous vote?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Trustee Howe.
Yes.
Trustee Shaw.
Yes.
Trustee Kuhn.
Yes.
Trustee Strauss.
Yes.
Trustee Stein.
Yes.
Trustee Gary.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion does carry. On to new business. Item A. Consideration and approval of an ordinance amending the village code by adjusting the number of authorized liquor licenses for Birdie's Gaming Cafe. With the absence of Administrator Manson, I'm gonna have Kelly speak to this.
Good evening, Mayor and Board of Trustees. As you may recall, the village passed an ordinance putting a moratorium on gaming licenses for a period of time. Ms. Olson has applied for a liquor license to open up a video gaming cafe at 115 East Liberty Street. The board opted to allow an exception when we passed that moratorium for any party who had inquired or had applied for a video gaming license. The board had said we will allow to present before the board to obtain the license. This is for a Class C liquor license, beer and wine, which is limited to 3 and is currently full, which would require the board to approve and expand the classification to an additional. The village board recently voted against issuing licenses for 2 similar types of use on Liberty Street. Included in your packet is the ordinance and the location of where the business will be located.
Thank you. Any questions?
Do you know where the other 3 Class C liquor licenses are?
I don't unless it's in the packet and.
I didn't see it, that's why I
I
was
don't think, yeah, I don't know.
Does anyone know?
I would imagine there's one in Liberty where the Ace is, I know that,
Lucky's is it?
and the two across the street,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
So in the packet on page 90, there's a map indicating Lucky's is a gaming parlor, that's 398 West Liberty, Uncle D's, 380 West Liberty,
Yeah.
it's a restaurant, and then Corner Pantry is a C-store located at 620 West Liberty.
They don't have it either.
So they're just identifying the video gaming terminals.
Close to where this one is.
So this one looks like it's off of, obviously, Route 176, but,
From Doc's.
yeah.
We're on the opposite side of town.
And do you have any other businesses in town?
We own other properties.
You own properties on the other side of the street, correct?
Yeah, we're all
On Main Street.
on Main and this way.
Rental properties.
So,
Yeah, rental properties, okay.
And how much work have you put into developing this business plan?
a lot. We've been working since September on this, so,
We hired an architect.
yeah, we're pretty well invested into it, so.
And how many machines for you?
There would be six,
And then a bar area?
yes.
Okay.
The reason why we thought it was a good location was because it was opposite the others.
Okay, yeah, so it's not near it, it's not just in a little
Yeah,
strip mall.
there's, the only other license that is there that's east of, Maine would be Doc's. So, and our goal was to get, we own the building at 220, which is where, the yoga studio is. And we've watched people for years not make the turn on the sidewalk to go to the lake. I mean, a lot of people just go back and forth on Main and come back this way, where we thought if something was going on there, people would make the turn to go to the lake. But, that's pretty much it.
Allison had emailed us a list of all the liquor license holders on the 21st, and the Class C ones are listed in there as Lucky Danny's, Lucky Barring, and Nina's Place.
Thank you, trustee
And,
Stein.
and I'll just note from the packet, it looks like in addition to the three that I mentioned, so Lucky Danny's, Uncle D's, and Corner Pantry all are video gaming terminals, as do, this is on the north side of 176, Nina's, Wakanda BP, and Lucky Dine.
I believe there's only 3 others that are down that way, that would, with the same type of purpose.
Mayor, I have a question, I'm not sure if it's best for Greg or for Kelly, but at what point do we trigger, I don't see it in the packet, paving for the location? Is that something that, it's all gravel there, it's always been that way?
Big Greg.
Is that something that gets included in this, when they eventually do this?
This to be part of the building permit and renovation.
Is it required?
Yes.
Which would be nice on that corner, I mean,
And you guys currently have that property for sale, right?
Oh,
No,
what's that?
Oh, there's a for sale sign in
no,
front
we
of it?
passed up several tenants.
Okay,
And
That was
anticipation
just for
for-
rent, for, re-rent,
oh, okay.
you know, just for.
I just saw the sign, I didn't see whether it was sale or rent.
But yeah, like I said, I think we started working, in October on this, so, but,
And one last question. And it's just out of curiosity, as we had this conversation, but since we put the moratorium on, I'm curious, how much work have you done on the project since that was done? I'm sure you were notified, right, that we did that?
No, we were not. No, we were not notified, and we've passed up several tenants, as I said, that could have occupied that spot.
yeah, so you guys put a big chunk of change into it.
yeah.
Alright,
So you didn't know we had a moratorium?
No,
Well, it
we,
happened after we applied,
yes,
so.
we didn't know that it was, we knew it was spoken of in the meeting, but no one mentioned that it was actually put through. In fact, I spoke to Allison, I think a few weeks ago, and she said she had it written, and I said, when will it be put through? And she said, well, soon, but we weren't notified that it went through, or when it would be put through.
Any further questions? Hearing none, make it a motion and a second to approve item A under new business.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Howe?
No.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Kuhn?
Yes.
Trustee Strauss?
Yes.
Trustee Stein?
No.
And Trustee Gary?
No.
How many no's versus yeses? Three.
3 and 3. Yes, they do.
So I'll just note for the board, in the event that there's a tie vote, the mayor breaks the tie.
With, I know a lot of work's been done over there, and he did put the but, I'm going to say no, for the reason that, video gaming cafes don't fit our complete business plan for the village. I feel it takes away from other video gaming restaurant establishments, which video gaming was designed to help. The cafes came up after the fact, and even though we have 3, I'm not in favor of those either, because I believe they take away from the larger restaurants that rely on this extra revenue to keep them running all year long. That was the intent of video gaming when it first started, so, I'm sorry, but, it's been a bad spot, so. Motion does not carry. And item B, consideration and approval of an ordinance amending the village code by adjusting the number of authorized liquor license for esports bar.
Yes, so Eden Loho has applied for a liquor license to open up a restaurant, 421 West Liberty. On March 18th, there was a conditional use permit approved, full consideration recommendation by the zoning board of appeals and the planning commission. There are currently 17 Class A liquor licenses, which are totally full. This will require an expansion of the Class A from 17 to 18.
It is a full restaurant, correct?
Yes.
Any questions?
Nope.
Hearing none, make it a motion and a second to approve item B under new business.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Howe?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Kuhn?
Yes.
Trustee Strauss?
Yes.
Trustee Stein?
Yes.
Trustee Gary?
Yes.
Thank you, motion does carry. On to the next, no old business, on to the mayor's report. So yesterday we had a local election, and I'd like to thank all our voters that came out and voted. We had a great turnout. Your vote is your voice, is a powerful tool that a citizen can exercise. And the Bradford Group is progressing with the demo in the next week or so. They have contacted a local mill house, Urban Wood Design, out of Crystal Lake to reclaim the oak trees that are on the site and repurpose them. One of our seasoned Public Works Department foreman, Joe Cultura, his last day with the village is this week, Thursday. He has decided to go into business for himself. Joe's a great asset to the village, the department, and will be missed, but we wish him the best in his new business. And I'd like to recognize the following staff members and their April work anniversaries. Mark Getty at 24 years, Adam DePietro at 1 year, and Fidel Ortega at 1 year. That's all I have on trustee comments and committee reports. Trustee Howe.
Thank you. I want to start by echoing Mayor Sodi and extending my heartfelt thanks to all of our supporters. I will continue to try to earn your trust over the coming years. Wakanda isn't strong because of us. It's strong because of all of the great folks who live and work here, and you deserve our best effort. There will always be decisions you don't agree with. Frankly, it's impossible to make 14,000 plus people all happy at once. But part of the job is making hard decisions. Decisions I know might not sit well with everyone, but are the best decisions available at the time, based on the information you have and the big picture. I also want to encourage folks who disagree with our decisions to approach us and ask questions. I do want to say there are effective ways to ask questions and frankly ineffective ways to ask questions. If you ask from a position of curiosity, you're more likely to have a productive conversation than if your question sounds more like an accusation. And that's really true for any situation, not just government. I also want to encourage folks to get involved. Come out to our committee meetings. Volunteer with any of the great organizations in town which are always looking for helping hands. We're all in this together. All of us up here live here and pay taxes here too. But I don't mean to sound like I'm lecturing people, so I'll just close with, once again, a big thank you to everyone who supported me and my teammates and everyone who voted, no matter who you voted for. You did your part by showing up. There'll be no EDC meeting next week, so the full board can work on the coming year's budget. And of course, good luck to Joe Coulter.
Thank you, trustee Shaw.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Joe, you're
gonna be missed, especially for cruise night and everything else you do. You're such a great employee, you've done so much great work for so long, we're gonna miss you a lot. Congratulations and good luck on your new endeavor. I hope it goes extremely well.
Thank you, trustee Keeling.
Thank you, Mayor. I echo trustee Howe. Congratulations to Joe on his new endeavor and wish him the best of luck. He deserves all the best. My second comment is based on video gaming in Illinois. It's a shame again that we're turning away property owners and potential businesses that want to do business here. In Illinois, actually video gaming was legalized through the Video Gaming Act, signed into law on July 13th, 2009 by Governor Pat Quinn. The primary motivation for this legislation was to generate revenue to fund a $31 billion state infrastructure improvement plan known as the Illinois Jobs Now. The act permitted the operation of video gaming terminals and licensed establishments such as bars, restaurants, truck stops, and fraternal and veterans clubs. This expansion aimed to create jobs and upgrade the state's infrastructure. For municipalities like Wakanda, the Video Gaming Act offers a significant revenue stream. Local governments receive 5% of the net income from video gaming terminals within their jurisdictions. This revenue can be utilized to support various community projects and services. The Illinois Gaming Board oversees the regulation and taxation of video gaming, ensuring compliance with state laws and the proper distribution of funds. While the Video Gaming Act has provided financial benefits to municipalities, it's also faced criticisms. Some argue that the revenue generated has not met initial projections and that the expansion of gambling may have unintended consequences. However, it is still the law here, and even if some of us don't like it personally, that doesn't mean that others don't like it and don't have the right and to have a choice to visit those establishments. Thank you for your efforts, Olson, on trying to bring a new business to Wakanda. Again, I'm sorry that other people aren't welcoming new businesses to town.
Thanks. Thank you. Trustee Strauss.
Congratulations, my fellow trustees in Sarasota on your wins, and Gigi, who headed in the back, obviously. Congratulations, guys, and very sorry to see Joe go, but I know his new endeavor is going to be wonderful, so I can't wait to see what he does with that. I'm gonna echo what Jen said, being the now only female trustee, only female who has a vote, but lovely to have Gigi still up here with me. It's very sad to see a female-owned business being turned down here in Wakanda. Looking at our upcoming budget, it's also very sad to see a business being turned down here in Wakanda that would bring in revenue. Very disappointing. Also, on to upcoming events here in Wakanda. The Wakanda Memorial Day Parade registration is open. At the American Legion, there is a band, Highway 45, this Saturday at 8 p.m. And there is a fish fry at the American Legion on Friday, April 11th. I also want to send condolences to Fred and Rocky McEwen's family. If you could please keep them in your prayers, that would be lovely. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Trustee Stein.
I will echo Tim's comments as well regarding the recent election, and also just want to say good luck to Joe on his future endeavor.
Thank you. Trustee Gary.
A couple things. First off, best of luck to Joe. I wish him really well. And the Olsons, thank you for your effort, but just want to tell you my no vote was based on I have great hopes for the Main Street area, and it just doesn't fit with what my ideology is. And we've recently turned down two similar businesses, and I couldn't see one over the other at that point. So I just want you to understand that. And congratulations, Mayor Sodi, Trustees Howe and Stein, Trustee-elect Matt Brown, and our wonderful, hardworking clerk, Gigi Radcliffe, on your election yesterday, because next month you start another 4 years of hard public service. For local government to operate the best way it can, the community needs high-quality, good people who are willing to run for office and put themselves out there to be judged and voted on appropriately. I thank you each for taking that on. During the past election, and for the first time that I can recall, some social media participants removed the good that can be accomplished with social media. Instead, they used it to push accusations, untruths, and made personal attacks on those running for office. Obviously, constructive and well-placed criticism can be expected during an election, and even while serving on this board. But bullying and personal attacks are unproductive, damaging to the community, and have no place in elections. The result of social media election tactics such as I've just described can and will most likely lead potential future officials, those who might want to take these positions and run for offices, and their families to reconsider that involvement in the future, which is a great disservice to all of us. Most importantly, I want to thank the Wakanda voters for being smart, thoughtful enough to see through it all. Now this board can get back to doing its good work for this community. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or concerns? Hearing none, may I get a motion and a second to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned at 6:20. Thank you all.